Hello, welcome back, Gunning to Old Trafford with your host, Ibi and Shady. And today, it's our amazing segment, The Spotlight.
Oh, Ibi, I love the Spotlight. I love the Spotlight. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that bell notification. And once you hit that bell notification, you are notified with all the latest from Gunning to Old Trafford.
And like Abdul likes to say, in touch, in tune, and independent.
Brilliant
love
stuff. Ibi
Ten Hag
is in the house. Brilliant stuff. Spotlight. I love the Spotlight.
Oh, the Spotlight is amazing. Why? Because it gives us a bit of insight about what's happening in the world of football.
Amazing.
Abdul, today's Spotlight, I want to touch on something that Thierry Henry brought up after the Real Madrid-Liverpool game. And is it that the Liverpool era is over before it began?
Oh, Ibi.
Abdul,
you know what?
An era, in my eyes, is what Sir Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger did.
Through that.
Consistently performing for 5, 10, 15 years at length.
That's an era.
Klopp is done brilliantly well. We'll give it to him as an era. But has that era come to an abrupt end in a short space of 3, 4 years?
It's sad, eh?
It is.
It's really sad because, you're building on something and before you know it, boom.
It looks like everything is falling apart at Liverpool.
Do you think there is more that meets the eye? I'm just feeling, I don't know, man.
I think there's two fundamental issues that's happening at Liverpool. And I'm no expert on Liverpool, so please, guys, if we are talking off our ears, please realign us quickly. And maybe we should get the Anfield Way to come in and give us Farid Chotia. Big shout out to you.
Guys, and don't forget the Anfield Way, Farid Chotia is going to dissect all player profiles and all of that. So Liverpool supporters, get in touch, in tune with Farid Chotia. So the Anfield Way.
The Anfield Way.
Nice.
So the two fundamental issues for me. One, I think behind the scenes, the Salah contract has caused some issues at Liverpool. Because Liverpool were a club that outright or openly said that we don't break our wage cap for anyone.
Correct.
But they broke it for Salah.
They did.
And that's why Mane left, right? Because they weren't willing to pay Mane what he was worth. And they decided to put all the eggs in the Salah basket.
Correct.
And I think that has caused some issues in the camp. Number one. Number two, and I'm not sure if this is on Klopp or if this is on the hierarchy at Liverpool, but at the beginning of Klopp's era, they allowed Klopp identified players that he thought he could turn better.
Correct.
In the last couple of windows, Klopp is trying to buy the finished article or the big name signing and in positions that are not needed. For instance, Nunes and Gakpo were not a first priority for Liverpool Football Club.
I don't understand why.
They went for Nunes because Manchester United were in for him. They went for Gakpo because Manchester United were in for him.
They're like now the Chelsea for us now.
Exactly. And Van Nistelrooy told Gakpo that United is the right one for you. And for me, where they should have strengthened was that midfield.
Yes.
Coming off a World Cup, Amrabat was available. He's still at Fiorentina.
Go for him, man.
He was there. Snap him up.
And it suit
Tielemans was available. Those are the players, in my opinion, that Liverpool needed. Because that midfield looks outrun.
Correct.
And Salah, while he is a brilliant player, and I think wherever he goes, he'll be brilliant, it just seemed like that glue that was up front, which was Sadio Mane, by separating Salah, Mane, and Firmino, and bringing in the likes of Nunes and Diaz, etc., has created a bit of a mismatch in terms of the energy, in terms of the synergy, etc. And in all fairness, if Thierry Henry feels the era is over, in my opinion, I think the era has come to an end.
We trust Thierry Henry.
Your thoughts?
Ibi, we had a brilliant talk with Mr. Shahid Abdul. And guys, please, it's on our playlist. Go out there, watch that video.
Special edition.
A special edition. And he explains to us how, when Jurgen Klopp came in, and it's similar to the money ball of Brad Pitt. He identified players, like you said. But again, once you go into something like that, you need to start producing. And I still feel again, and I think you share the same sentiment, when Liverpool lost money, it wasn't a loss only to the club. It wasn't a loss only to money, but it was a loss to the whole Liverpool fraternity.
100%.
Because that boy kept them together. And the thing is, they're also suffering with a lot of injuries. Too many injuries.
Yeah.
So does that go back to the boys are fatigued, Liverpool guys are fatigued? Have they for the past 3 years been playing with such high intensity that now they're really feeling it? Or is there something happening behind the scenes and maybe the training regime, maybe there's things happening, changes there that we know nothing about.
Yeah.
But this is not the same Liverpool team we saw 2 or 3 years ago.
100%.
Definitely not.
Agree. I think
So,
definitely
yeah,
the
that's-
era
that's-
is probably
the era-
coming to an end.
so, yeah, Liverpool
Unfortunately
guys-
for you Liverpool fans.
Sorry, boys.
and let's hope it's another 30 years of drought. sorry.
Guy, man. Hey, but you were Ibrahim's very naughty when it comes to Liverpool. Some Liverpool guys they came for you.
They were
man.
upset.
They came for you.
They
man.
were upset.
They came for you. So guys, I'm like that undercover guy, right? So if it gets too hot, then I get like then I'll phone Ibrahim and say, should I phone this guy? Curious. But Ibrahim has it under control. But guys, you know Ibi still likes you. Not loves you, he likes you. Right? Liverpool, you never walk alone, guys.
You
Yes,
always
Ibi,
walk alone.
You always walk alone.
So the
Brilliant,
the second piece in our spotlight is Lee Mason, and has the PGMOL failed him in I would say covering him or securing him after that big mistake. So let's unpack that a bit. Abdul,
Ibi,
their decision,
terrible.
Brentford against Arsenal. He doesn't draw the lines as VAR, and like they said, he didn't make a mistake. He didn't do his job.
He didn't do
Right.
it. Ibi. Sorry, carry on, man. Sorry about it.
But what it boils down to me, we are humans.
Yeah, agree.
Mistakes happen.
Agree.
Whether it's part of your job or not, we've all had a day where we just had a moomish. And that was his moomish. Right? But post all of that criticism, it felt like the PGMOL have left him out to dry and face the criticism and kind of distance themselves to say, it's not VAR the issue, it's the human error the issue.
That's the issue.
And they left him out to dry. And we know in the current climate that we're living in after COVID, people's mental state is not in the place that it should be. Financial pressures or whatever, emotional pressures, etc. And it looked like it's been too much for Lee Mason.
Too much.
And he's now walked away from the beautiful game. So as an Arsenal fan, yes, I know you feel aggrieved, but do you think that's the right way? And that's the way we want the sport to be moving?
I just feel that. Look, I'm an easy loser. I'm a fair loser. I get upset whatever it is, but what put the real pressure on Lee Mason in this specific game it wasn't only 2 points. It was 2 championship points.
100%.
And what happened after the game, all the managers and all the clubs that were a bit negative about VAR and that haven't got the best out of VAR, have stood with Arsenal, really went in hard, what's it, a PGOML, what's it? PGMOL, went hard at them. And again, it's 2 championship points, but guys, I feel he's human. I think he should have been maybe
moved down into the championship.
Yeah, in a championship. But I mean, Lee Mason, for how many years he's been there, man? He's been there for years. But again, having said that, these 2 points can come back and haunt Arsenal.
100%.
Big time. Because think about it. At the 2 points, with the game in hand, you win that game, you 7 points, you're comfortable, man.
Exactly.
Now you're not comfortable. And it's something which needed to be done. Draw the lines. And when you're hearing the commentators, they even tried covering Lee Mason, the commentators. The lines are not really necessary because you can see it all. But you could see there was something wrong about it. So, I don't know, Ibi, from my side, I feel we're just human. And I love how you said it. There's so much of mental issues going on in people's minds. We don't know what happened that day. And you know what? The thing is, none of his superiors have come out.
And for me, that's the big issue.
That's not
You
nice.
need them
That's
to
not
cover
nice.
you. Yes, they can discipline you in the private, but in
But cover
public,
you.
you need a united stand,
And they were not united.
and they weren't.
And it just shows how VAR is really messed up is a little bit of a hard word, but change the game a bit.
Yeah.
You know, there's no more that instinctive decision. And it, I don't know, man. VAR, what's your take on it, man? I don't know. I'm a little bit.
I'm not a fan of VAR.
I'm scared it happened to us.
I'm not a fan of VAR. I think VAR was brought in to reduce mistakes, but it seems like every week we're talking about VAR mistakes.
Too much,
right?
man.
Whether it's the red card to Casemiro, whether it's the non-red cards to the players that tackled Eriksen and Donny van der Beek, the not drawing of the lines, the handball against Chelsea.
Suicide.
I mean, these are things that have created more debate around the game, which it was meant to eradicate.
Yeah.
However, I feel the PGMOL should have done more to protect Lee Mason in public. They should have disciplined him in the private era. He should have been demoted, maybe stripped of his Premier League rights for a couple of games, made to referee in the Championship or lower tier football. But they left him out to dry. And for me, that is a travesty and should not be allowed to happen in our beautiful game. And that's my last words on it.
Totally agree. Wow, Ibi.
Brilliant stuff.
Ibi. Wonderful. Yo.
EBBB. You know, the last person someone called me. That's amazing stuff. Guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. And Abdul, with that, we are
Old Trafford. Thank you, guys.